Right, so my fellow flames, a lot of people have been wondering when Scar, Frolova, and Geshu Lin are coming to the game. Now, I have an idea when I think these characters will be coming in the game. Now, Kuro announced that they're going to be releasing one major patch, like the big point .0 patch. They're going to try to aim to do it every 6 months, or just a major patch in general every 6 months. That's what they want to do. That's their idea, right? That's what they're hoping to achieve. I honestly do believe that Geshu Lin and Scar are going to be anniversary level units. I'm convinced they're going to be released upon the anniversary. Now, the reason for this is Scar, as far as we know, is still in prison. He was imprisoned in 1.0. He's been held by the Huanglong government because Jinshi placed him under arrest. Prolova at the end of 1.1 said that she's planning to break out Scar from jail. And Frolova is appearing in the 2.0 story. It looks like she's going to be one of the main antagonists in the 1.0 story. So, what I think might happen, is after this, after we foil Frolova's plan, it might be the case where she might now it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, now we're going to break Scar out of prison, and I think that is going to be one of the main story premises of the big, or one of the next few patches after we're done with Renacita, because in most gacha games, if you remember, we do usually go back to previous areas and we do sort of see what's going on in those areas to see how everyone's doing, and there's like a reunion of old characters and there's like a story that's unfinished business over there. I think that is what's going to kickstart the story of that. I think we're going to go back to Huanglong. I think Frolova is going to break Scar out of prison, potentially in the anniversary update, which could be 3.0, because we're roughly six and a half months since release. As of right now, it's been about 6.5 months since the release of the game. May 23rd was the release of Wuthering Waves. And I do honestly believe in the next 6 months, which will be around late May, early June, we're going to get the anniversary update, which will be 3.0. If it's within the next 6 months, it will be the start of June. It will be June 1st in 6 months from now. I think on June 2nd, that is when we're probably going to get Geshu Lin or Scar. Now, the story could be Scar breaks out of prison. Frolova, it's like a siege on Jinzhou, on Huanglong in Jinzhou. Breaks Scar out, carnage in the city, they escape, we chase after them. That would be a pretty big story, and I think that would be pretty good, because if you remember, Scar didn't exactly look surprised when he got captured. He wasn't exactly surprised, right? In his mind, it looked like it was all according to the Fractidus' plan. And we know, as for when Frolova was summoning the Tacit Discords in 1.0, there was other figures around her, there was other people around her, and there was other people sort of present when Frolova was raising the army of the Tacit Discords for the Threnodian, freeing the Threnodian, and wreaking havoc on Huanglong and Jinzhou. Now,
May I pray for anything specific?
what could happen is that there could be the jailbreak. Jailbreak could be the 3.0 or 2.4 going into 3.0 story. But another potential story is Geshu Lin. Now, if we return to Huanglong, to Jinzhou, which I think would be a very good opportunity, since it's the year anniversary, we go back to where it all started in Huanglong in Jinzhou. We reunite with Jinshi. We reunite with Yang Chixia. We reunite with the general of the Midnight Rangers, Jian. And I think that would be a good, opportune moment to bring Geshu Lin into the fold. I think that would be a prime opportunity for them to bring Geshu Lin into the fold, because Geshu Lin is a huge character. He's a big character. Okay, he's not a small character. He's not an unpopular character. He's a pretty big deal when it comes to Wuthering Waves, right? So it would make sense for Geshu Lin to come into the fold for 3.0 because we're returning to Huanglong because it's the year anniversary. We're going back to where it started. We reunite with the people of 1.0, where it all started, when we met them all. And Geshu Lin could return from wherever he's been because people were thinking, isn't he meant to be dead? No, he's not dead. He most certainly isn't dead. Geshu Lin disappeared. His body was never found. The last people saw of him was when he went to fight the Overthrax. Now, the Overthrax is like a Threnodian, basically. The Threnodian of Dreamless is what we fought at the end of 1.0. The Overthrax, I believe, is another Threnodian, another very powerful threat, similar to Dreamless, which was a Threnodian. Now, there are Threnodians. There's not just one Threnodian. It isn't just Dreamless. There's multiple different Threnodians. And I believe the Threnodian that Geshu Lin was fighting in the Great War before he disappeared, the Overthrax, could be a reason to why he vanished. Bearing in mind, he was consumed by the influence of the Black Flame, which is the power that he took on in order to basically wipe out the armies of the Threnodian of the Overthrax and take back Huanglong. However, the power consumed him. He lost control. He became so carefree of the repercussions of his choices, and he put a lot of men, women, and children at risk when he fought in the war. In his mind, it was, as long as I attain victory, I don't really care about the sacrifices. Now, the last we saw of Geshu Lin, well, presumably his sword was in the ground of the war, like the battleground. The sword was plunged into the ground. In the war zone, and it reverted back to a basic sword. We saw that in like the storytellers' events of what happened with Geshu Lin. So either he is trapped within the sword, and the sword is yet to be awakened, or he may be trapped in the sword, or he's in the Threnodian's world. This is a theory that I've had for a little while now. He might be within the world of the Threnodian. We know they come from a different ultimate dimension. They came from somewhere. The Threnodians and the Tacit Discords come from somewhere. They're reverberations of what once was. And I believe the Threnodians come from like a reverse mirror world. And I believe it's possible that Geshu Lin is trapped somewhere in that reverse mirror world for the past 3-4 years, because that's how long it's been since the Geshu Lin disappeared. The past 3 to 4 years. And bearing in mind, if he's still, I'm guessing he still has the Black Flame's power within him. So it's probably corrupted, twisted his mind even more. He's become more powerful, more unhinged, more dangerous. So it would make a lot of sense if Geshu Lin came back, that it would be a carnage level threat. Like it would be an stupid level threat. It would be ridiculous. So I think it would be stupid for them not to bring Geshu Lin back within 3.0, 3.1, or around the 3.0, timeline. But if they want to bring Scar into it on the anniversary, they could do phase 1 Scar, phase 2 Frolova, as they're both a part of the Fractidus, and it would make a lot of sense if that was potentially the case, because that would be a good story. The breakout, the Scar's prison break would be a good story, and you have to track them down, hunt them down, defeat the Fractidus once and for all, or defeat Frolova and Scar, and that might be a good turning point to turn them either to the good side or keep them as villains or anti-heroes where they do what the hell they want, but make them playable. Like Punishing Grey Raven have villains that remain villains but are still playable, right? Genshin Impact has the same thing. So it's not out of the blue. It's not out of the ordinary, and it's not out of the question that Scar and Frolova will be anniversary level units, and it's not out of the blue that Geshu Lin can be an anniversary unit. These 3 characters, Frolova, Scar, and Geshu Lin, are now the most anticipated characters of Wuthering Waves since 1.0. I know we have the 2.0 characters of Brant, Zani, Carlotta, Phoebe. But I'm talking since the release of Wuthering Waves, people have wanted Frolova, Scar, Camellia, and Geshu Lin. We have Camellia. People want Scar. People do want Frolova, and she's being reintroduced into the 2.0 story. So this might be the start of the Fraxidus's phase 2 of their plan. You know, the phase 2 of their plan, and it might lead up to Scar's prison break in the anniversary, or it will lead to Geshu Lin's return in the anniversary. And I do believe that Geshu Lin will make a return within the next 6 to 8 months. That's my prediction. I predict that, and I also predict that Scar and Frolova will also be playable within the next 6 to 8 months. So I believe all 3 of these characters will be anniversary units or the big update units. You know, so when they announce, you know how they announced the 4 2.0 characters, the 5 2.0 characters of Rocha, Carlotta, Brant, Zani, and Phoebe. I think when they announce 3.0, they'll announce Geshu Lin, Frolova, Scar, and then other new characters for the 3.0 updates. That's what I believe is going to happen, because a lot of people have been wondering where these 3 characters are. Frolova's coming back in the story now. Scar hasn't been seen since 1.0. Geshu Lin hasn't been seen at all, like other than in lore and in cutscenes of the game. And people really want this character. People want these characters. I want Geshu Lin more than anything. And yeah, that's my prediction. That's what I think is going to happen. That's why I think they're saving these characters for the next big Avengers level, quote unquote, Justice League level threat, which I believe will be Geshu Lin. The Thronodian did escape. Dreamless did escape. So I think Dreamless will also make a reappearance in the lore. And I think the Overthrax, or the enemy that Geshu Lin was fighting, will also make a return potentially, which could link to the return of Geshu Lin, which would be absolutely ridiculous. But that's why that's where I stand with where are these characters? Where are Scar, Frolova, and Geshu Lin? That's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen. But let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. Let me know if you think Geshu Lin, Scar, and Frolova are coming in the anniversary. Let me know if you think they're going to be coming later, earlier. You be the judge. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.